Hello, this is Paul Dose. I am the founder of Arsenal LCG, and I'm here to bring you a lot of information about our brand new Kickstarter project for this brand new Limitless Card Game. So without further ado, welcome to Arsenal LCG. Arsenal LCG utilizes a kinetic battle system that has two fighters face off against each other in a one-on-one battle. And by combining a certain fighter's primary weapon, secondary weapon, technique, and finishing cards, players are able to build a unique deck of cards, form powerful strategies, and bring their own arsenal to the battle. This game utilizes the brand new kinetic gameplay system as mentioned before, designed to keep both players involved and allowing you for fast and interactive gameplay. By accessing each of the fighter's unique combinations of weapons as well as abilities, each fighter's deck can feel distinct from the others. Don't be fooled though, this distinction goes even further, with each fighter also possessing the spirit of a beast within them, and those beasts can be awakened to turn the tide of battle. By accessing these forms, it brings the game to a whole new level. Powerful offensive forms, durable defensive forms, and tactical utility forms are able to shift the game in your favor drastically. Your fighter can become a force to be reckoned with. Each starter deck contains all the cards that the fighter can utilize from the base set, as well as all three awakened forms of that fighter. That's right, all different weapon cards for your fighter from the base set are included in the starter deck. This means that any fighter is ready to play right out of the box. Also, all the cards are interchangeable, so if you decide to play a different fighter in the future with some similar weapons, you can just take the weapons obtained in the starter deck and slot them into the new deck. The game is designed to be modular for this reason. So, by collecting a set of cards from each fighter type, you're able to gather all the different weapon types and be able to, in effect, have access to all different decks at the same time. And it applies to all the starter decks across the entirety of the release of Arsenal LCG. However, the only cards you can obtain are the ones from the base set. To obtain new cards, it is as simple as any other game, booster packs. But unlike other games, we have what I like to call a hybrid model for obtaining new cards in booster packs. To put it simply, each booster pack contains a slot for each type of weapon card, 15 in total. So you're guaranteed one of each of the 15 types of weapon cards in each booster pack, which means you're able to get at least 4 cards that can be used to improve a deck you already have. So that way you're able to build any deck that you need to build regardless, and expand your collection to include new cards that can be either traded or put in with brand new decks. This also gives you an opportunity to obtain brand new spirit numbers and suits for the cards that you may already have. But what else? There's also a foil slot in this that allows any of those cards to potentially be foil. And past that, the last card in the pack, the 16th card, is an alternate framed different version of your fighter card. So you're able to get specialized frames that emphasize the color of the fighter's weapon, as well as more open artwork that features fantastic artwork that was provided by Jehodis, my artist. And to round off everything else, these booster packs are supposed to be substantially affordable, and they're all hand packaged by yours truly unless we get to certain levels of the Kickstarter goals. But past all that, I also want to let you know that there is an expansion booster pack that is out there for people to be able to purchase as well as add-ons in this game for the Kickstarter campaign. These expansion boosters include brand new cards that are not included in the starter decks under any circumstances, but they still follow the same model. 15 unique weapon type of cards to be included in every single pack, so almost every pack will be unique in that sense, and brand new sets of weapons to be able to access for your deck overall. So with the full expansion pack as well as the primary base set, there's nearly 400 different weapon cards to actually collect, not counting the differences with all the spirit numbers and suits, bringing the total to nearly 4,000 different potential cards that can be in any booster pack or any starter deck. So In addition to that, with the expansion pack, you also have chances of getting the awakened forms of the fighters in different frames as well. This is a way to emphasize your character's own style, and you can obtain other awakened forms for fighters that you do not have. But lastly, in that expansion booster, there's chances of pulling specialized armor cards to equip to your fighter so you can go into battle with a slight edge, provided that your deck is built the right way. But with all that being said, I wanted to emphasize this to everybody out there. And I want to take a moment to let you know about my experience over the last year and a half touring across the United States with TCG Con. So if you're unfamiliar, for the last year and a half, I have been all across the United States touring and showing my product to the masses. My intention with everything that I'm doing is to at least be able to build a well-established grassroots movement of people, players, and a community that is built to be able to play this game on a regular basis. I have avid players that enjoy this game thoroughly, and I've had great turnouts at separate events all across the United States. This is an example from us at TCG Con Tampa, most recently in September, where I had multiple different people able to pick up the game and play it for the first time, as well as some diehards that have played for a while helping me out at this convention. These people are my foundation, and they have built up this game in my mind to where I know that the rest of the world needs to see it. The plan with this Kickstarter is to give everybody an opportunity to be able to pick up what they would like to be able to try this game out. And I try my best not to gatekeep people behind specific paywalls with way too expensive initial funding tier goals. My initial funding tier goal is simple: a single starter deck, and I hope that I make it as affordable as possible. As a matter of fact, for the first 3 tiers of this Kickstarter campaign, all of them only include a starter deck in them as the option. If you want the ability to crack packs, feel free. You can add those as an add-on in the add-on section post your pledge. But I'm not going to keep you where you have to spend an excessive amount of money to just be able to play the game. If you want to add a playmat that'll be a Kickstarter exclusive design for the time being of the campaign running, you can do that as well. And that is completely at your disclosure and at your funding capability. I have some extra special features for those that have also been part of my foundation from the beginning of the game. I have what I call the Founders tier. In this tier, you'll be able to completely replace your existing card collection for a Founders tier fee, and that is strictly a fee to be able to produce the stuff and send it to you. But past all of that, I do also have one other tier that I'm doing in a very limited supply, assuming that anybody is interested in it. And if nobody is, I completely understand. But that is my local game store tier. With this tier, you're able to purchase not only an excessive amount of product to be able to get yourself started for the game itself in your community, but I will personally fly out to wherever you are in the continental US to run a demonstration as well as a full tournament event for you in person. That is the big tier, and it is also something that I have an extremely limited quantity, and I plan on having that finished by the end of next year. I wanted to also be extremely reasonable with anybody that is planning on backing this Kickstarter, because in my year and a half of experience with TCG Con, I have learned the logistical side of running a competent collectible card game. And there is a lot to it, whether it's production, whether it's balancing, and whether it is community activities. It is a big part of the game itself to be able to push through with brand new concepts and making sure that everybody is on the same page. So I want to be realistic with my anticipated delivery date, which would be by the end of June 2023. Unless we get to a point where there is so much demand for the product that I have to talk to a third party about potential packaging, my goal is the end of June 2023, with all visits and demonstrations and tournament hostings by myself completed by the end of the year next year in 2023. I want to be very transparent with my audience, and I will keep you up to date on the regular about anything pertaining to Arsenal LCG and any improvements that we're doing and anything we're doing to make the game better for the overall community. So, what do you think? If you want to pick up a deck, feel free. And if you want to be able to get some booster packs for yourself, go ahead. There are 27 different options for fighters that will be available once the Kickstarter campaign is completed. I have already pre-funded my artist, Jehodis, to be able to get at least 9 of the decks prepared for TCG Con Houston. So if you're on the fence pertaining to picking up anything with the Kickstarter, feel free to stop by if you're in the state of Texas at TCG Con Houston and give the game a try for yourself. I hope you guys are interested in this, and if you would please assist me in bringing this brand new Limitless card game to the masses, I will be forever grateful to all of you. I have been humbled by so many players saying how much they enjoy the gameplay that I have brought to the table, and I can't wait to bring it to the rest of the world. With that being said, thank you very much, and have a fantastic rest of your day.